3 years ago, I decided I was sick of looking in the mirror and not liking the body I saw looking back at me. I was doing all of the bad habits. I was playing video games, I was eating the junk food, and was just doing anything you could think of that was bad. It was so weird. Like, I was doing things that I knew were not good for me, and I actively felt bad while I was doing them. I actively felt bad after doing them, and yet I still did them. I was supposed to be on my side, and for some reason, not even me, not even like the one guy who I know for sure is supposed to be on my side, the one who has like my best interest in mind, not even he was helping me out. It's 3 years later, I haven't played a video game in 2 years. I've got a body that I'm pretty much proud of and I'm excited to put in more work into, and I haven't had a sweet or refined sugar in 5 months, and the last time I had it was on my dad's birthday. We were at a fancy restaurant and I just tried a piece of that chocolate lava cake. I'm not telling you this because I want status or some good job, bro. or I'm saying this because I know I can help you and because I've never skipped a workout because I didn't want to do it in the last 3 years that I've been exercising. Being the ambitious young man that you are, you need to listen up and humble yourself. Be ready to learn and apply, because these are the secrets to endless discipline. One day I went to my pantry and I went and I opened it and I looked at this piece of chocolate and I just looked at it. I felt that I wanted it. And you know what? I felt pretty proud of myself because I didn't have it. You know, the rest of the day I was thinking, pretty awesome. And then I forgot about it. And then the next day, I went to my pantry just to figure out something to eat. And then I saw the same chocolate again. And can you guess what I did? I ate it and I felt bad. This simple act skyrocketed my discipline. In order to build your discipline, you must understand how discipline works. Discipline is progressively overloaded. Basically what that means is that you have a cap to your discipline. So every single time you push that 1% more, you do the thing that you know you should be doing and don't do the thing that you know that you shouldn't be doing, it gets 1% higher. You push that little cap over here. So if this is your discipline cap, you decide you don't want to eat the chocolate or something like that, you decide that it's not good for you, you push it a bit higher. It takes energy to grow, so you might end up failing the next day, but that's okay, because what ended up happening was that you pushed your discipline barrier just a little bit higher. So now eventually when you're starting out from zero, you've accidentally eaten the chocolate, whatever. The next day, now your discipline barrier, like your discipline capacity right now, it's at 0. And so then it's harder to get to the top because you've pushed it the other day. The higher your discipline cap is, the harder it is for you to fail. The answer is not to hide the junk food or make the hard work effortless, because while that is valuable and while it does have its place, if you can only do the hard work during the good times, what happens when the good times are gone? What happens when something comes up? What happens if somebody offers you junk food? Or if you wake up feeling you didn't get enough sleep and you gotta go hit a workout? Or you feel like you want to play that video game and now you're thinking, man, I've had a bad day, I just kind of want to relax and detox. You must be able to push yourself during the hard times, during the times where you feel like not doing it, because discipline is looking at what you're feeling and then doing the thing that you know is right regardless of what you are feeling. The answer is to push that discipline cap 0.0001% higher every single day, because then eventually you're 0.001% better every single day, better at discipline, and it will be harder for you to fail. But when you do fail, because you will fail, because we've got to humble ourselves right here, feel the pain of failing. Feel it, because until the pain of staying the same is worse than the pain of changing, you will stay the same. Of course, like, do it for love. Don't do it because you're angry, because you hate yourself. Do it because you love yourself. Get angry because you love yourself and because you know that you could do more, because you know that you are capable of doing more. Your action step is to stop trying to make things easier and accept that it's hard. I know it's the unsexy answer, but truthfully, that is the only way that you can callous your mind. Feel the pain of wanting to do something and actively know that it's bad for you. See, I used to do this. I used to put a bag of this. It was this chocolate. It was my favorite chocolate. It was called Maltesers. I used to put this bag of Maltesers on my desk, and while I was still playing video games at the time, I remember I would look at the bag of Maltesers, feeling that I wanted it and just going back. I was still kind of increasing my discipline because I was trying to XP grind, get to the highest level skin. Feel the pain while you're exercising. Maybe if you're doing a plank, feel the pain, feel that feeling of wanting to drop, because like I said, that is the only way that you can callous your mind, and that is why discipline is so valuable and why it is so revered. Is that the right word? And so why is it so gone after? Because it is hard. And the things that people want them because they are scarce, because they are hard to get. And the only way to get discipline is to go through the shit. I say this because I did it, and again, I'm not boasting, I'm just telling you what the bar is for you now. And still, I will tell you, 3 weeks ago, I remember going to my pantry and just looking at the Nutella, and I opened it and I sniffed it, and then I put it back. And I was trying to convince myself that it's just as good the smell as what it would probably taste like. And the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. So this spring break, I'm waking up at 5 a.m. I'm exercising, I'm having my cold shower, I'm sitting down for 10 hours working on YouTube videos and building my business, and then I go exercise, I have dinner, and then I go back to bed. A large part of discipline is identity. The only way that you're able to do these things and be able to just eat healthy and exercise and show up for all your workouts and have good workouts is to identify as the person that does not quit, who keeps going when everyone stops, who does not stop. You make evidence by pushing that extra percent. And I will tell you, the next step of discipline is actually, it's fun, because eventually when you have enough evidence, discipline, it's not effortless, because the feeling of wanting to do something and not doing it's still a challenge. But because you get that challenge less, because you've already gotten the evidence, because you've already gotten the progress, that challenge, it's fun. It's like, imagine having a staring contest with somebody and thinking, man, I am not gonna lose, you're gonna lose. Now you know how discipline works and how you can level it up. Here's some quick tips. If you've got a goal that requires you to show up a lot of the time and it's difficult to show up because the thing you're doing is hard to do now and think later. Because if you think now and then do later, all the thoughts that you have are, man, I don't want to do this, it's going to be hard, and I don't want to show up because it's just going to be difficult. But if you do now and think later, you turn off your brain, then the only thoughts that you will have after are thoughts of accomplishment, thoughts of, I did this and I didn't feel like doing it, and I've just made evidence for myself. This helps you make that evidence to identify as being a person who is disciplined. Turn your brain off until you reach that stage of discipline being fun, because you have seen some progress of having your brain turned off. You don't want to let your brain get in the way. And number 2, foresee failure. You will fail, and that's okay. You just will. And sometimes even knowing that you're gonna fail sometimes prevents you from actually failing. Just know that you will fail. Humble yourself. Close your eyes with me. Imagine your goal. Imagine your dream outcome. Picture yourself showing up to do the hard work, showing up and doing the right thing that you know you should be doing, and not doing the bad stuff that you know you shouldn't be doing. You're feeling good, you're kind of motivated because you're doing a good job, you're showing up and you're actually making progress. Now picture the next day. Picture the day where you're not feeling so motivated and it's kind of hard, it feels like an uphill battle. Picture the day that you've had a rough day. Picture the day where you're kind of not feeling so great, and picture this. Picture yourself, despite feeling all of this stuff, despite feeling all of this pain, you still showed up and you still did the hard work, especially when you did not feel like it. You can open your eyes now. This practice helped me so much in the beginning. Trust me, it works. And number 3, the good work you did was yesterday. Good job, yeah, good job, but it was yesterday. Live in the present, not the past. What matters is the now, because even if you want to get to a good future, looking at the future sometimes is discouraging because you want to, you have a lot to do, but the way you get to the future is you take the next step now. Eyes on the boots, not the summit of the mountain. Recap time. Discipline must be progressively overloaded in order for you to grow. Feel the pain and do it for love. Do it because you love yourself and not for any hate reasons or anything like that. Identify as a disciplined person by creating evidence, and then that's when discipline becomes fun. If you need some extra help to get to that stage where it's fun and you've seen progress, do now and then think later. Just show up and act. Turn your brain off. Foresee failure and eyes on the boots, not the summit. I'm Daniel. I help young men grow in their power and integrity, and if you want to grow in those areas, you should subscribe. If you want to see what I've been working on for 10 hours every day, it's the first link in the description, and if you got value out of this video, you will get even more value out of that. I love you, bro. Good luck, and stay with integrity. There you go. Love you, bro.